Hey everybody, this is going to be another comparison between my old One X2 and my new X5. They're just going to be a short comparison of just a couple things. The first thing I'm going to compare is the screen interface for each, then how each behave in outside when there's tons of sunlight. Sometimes it's hard to see the screens. We'll see how that works. And another comparison will be what sort of footage do you get when there's not a whole lot of light outside. Now, I don't really have much of an agenda on this. Like, I bought this X5 because it looked like fun, and I don't have like 20 tips, 10 tips, whatever. I just kind of learn little bits and pieces about the camera as I go along and thought I'd share. Maybe it'll be of some use to you if you're in the same position as me and you have like an old 360 camera and you're thinking of maybe upgrading this time around. So take a look, see what you think, and let's get started. Okay, let's go through these two screens real quick. The one on the left is the X5, the one on the right is the X2. And right off the bat, it's really obvious that the X2 screen is significantly smaller than the X5. The X2 screen's about the size of a quarter, maybe a little bit bigger, but not much. And the X5 screen is about 4.5 times that size, which is nice. Now, the next thing you'll notice right off the bat is, for instance, if you want to look at how much battery life you have or how much space you have left on your card, you kind of have to really squint to see these two numbers up here. And over here, not so much. I mean, they're right there. They're really easy to read. Another thing that's super annoying about this is that on the X2, the controls just blip off after 5 seconds, and they will not stay on. And I could never figure out why that's the case. But over here, if you want the controls to go away, you touch the screen, then they go away. And then you press it and they come back. This just disappears, and it's annoying. The swiping controls are all the same. So if I swipe down to get to configuration, I can do that. But the commands have to be on the screen. For instance, if you want to deal with voice control, you can do that. You turn it on the X2. All right. Now, if you want to look at some of the commands for voice control, you go into settings and then down through here, you drill through to voice control, then you scroll down to voice command, and then here's your different voice commands. So you had to kind of go through two sets of screens to do that. First you had to turn it on out here, and then you had to drill through here through the general settings to get to the voice commands. Now on the X5, it's pretty easy. You don't even need to remember what the icons stand for because there's voice control just spelled out in English right there. If I want to turn it on, I just press it, I turn on voice control, and then right in the same set of menus is all of our voice commands. So that's really convenient. The other commands, if I swipe to the left, I get to the camera controls, auto, manual, all that sort of stuff. Let's go back. If I want to see what's on the SD card, swipe to the right, and there's what's on the card. You can press that little 4 icon button there, and you can see what's on the card. Let's go back. Swipe this direction. We're back to the main screen. And if you want to change the resolution or the frame rate, I mean, look at this screen. It's super easy to see. 55.7K, 30 frames per second. And then here's the big numbers. Really easy to read. So if you're like me and your vision is a little off, it's super easy. There it is. Now on the X2, it's more of an eye test. Like there's 5.7K 30. You click on it and you get your options here and the frame rate's here, but it's still a little tricky to read because it's so small. So let's go back to the main screen. You can adjust the camera position and it's really easy to do. You just move your thumb around on the X5 and you can see kind of where you're going. You can do the same thing on the X2, but your thumb takes up most of the screen, so it's a little tricky to see where your camera's aimed. So just by looking at these two screens, you can see how much more of a selling point it is for the X5 versus the old X2. So, if you're up for trying to change and you have one of these old guys and you want to move up, this might be a good reason. All right, so now let's go outside and look and see how these cameras do in different lighting conditions. Okay, here's the X2 on a really bright sunny day, and the screen's really hard to read. I mean, the glare from the sun really makes it difficult, and I've got the brightness set all the way up, so I don't know, it's tough. Let's look at the X5. Okay, here's the X5. It's very clear from what I can see, even when I have it turned up right in the sun. You can see the camera settings, you can see the SD card space, you can see the battery life. I mean, the screen is very clear. Okay, so let's try these two cameras in some low light situations outside. All right, so here's a low light difference. It's about, I don't know, 5 o'clock local time. The sun is out, but it's overcast. But you can kind of already see the difference between the low light capabilities of the X5, which is on the right, and the One X2, which is on the left. And clearly the X5 is superior. That's pretty nice. So that was 3 simple comparisons of the X2 and the X5. I think upgrading from the X2 to the X5 is a good choice. It's so much more fun to play with. I'm going to keep looking at it and seeing if I can discover anything new, and if I do, I'll share it here. On that note, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.